Hey everybody, welcome to a special, very brief Christmas edition of Comics Should Smell Good. We are under, well, it's not we, it's mostly this guy. He's under the holiday weather. Thought we'd give him a break for a bit. But
Yeah.
you know, we do have a few comics here for you. It's sparse, but it's good enough.
And you know, we promise this week that we will not be weird. There will be no oomph touching. There will be no touching of other oomphs. We will all keep our hands to ourselves, not on ourselves. Just on the table, hands on the table. Be good. But yeah, as Morgan said, comics, short but sweet.
Yeah, why don't we start off with a new debut here from James Robinson and Jay Bone, two very, very talented creators who don't necessarily get that much work in the mainstream anymore.
That's a lie. James Robinson got a ton of work
He
last
got
year.
booted the hell off
that's true.
his DC books. I mean, he's overwriting Wolverine, sure. But
That's true. That's true. Yeah. But yeah, Jay Bone has inked Mike Allred some, I think. He's probably known as an inker, I want to say. Oh, he's got a 420 dirt bike.
Whoa, and really cool monsters. I have
Yes.
no idea what this book is about, to be honest.
No, to be perfectly honest, not at all.
It's really cool, black and white. Jay Bone is a great cartoonist, definitely more in the vein of like Paul Grist and people like that.
Yeah. What else we got this week here? Robotech. Robotech is awesome. What's cooler than Robotech? Robotech and Voltron together. That's right. And yes, I mean, some of you may remember Voltron if you weren't that older, or you know, if you're too young, maybe from like the weird Sprite ads that they had where all the rappers were.
Oh my god, that
You
sounds
remember
awesome.
that? Oh
No,
man, they
I
had
know
these-
about Wu-Tang saying they
Dude,
formed like Voltron,
No,
but...
they had these awesome ads where it was like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and a couple of the people, and they were all different parts of Voltron, and they all were like, yeah, we're gonna, you know, they had like Japanese lettering and all that
Okay,
stuff, and
yeah.
they were all talking about drinking Sprite. I
I'm
don't
totally
know
into that.
what rappers have to do with Sprite, nor what Sprite has to do with Voltron.
Apparently something, because they still have the ads with Drake's face exploding and him turning into a robot, so
Like,
I don't know.
Clearly. But yeah, you got King Lotor, like, really looking badass. This is some very cool kind of digital anime art here. You know, normally it wouldn't work, but it works really well for Robotech and Voltron.
Definitely higher quality art than I've seen on a lot of Dynamite titles.
Yeah. Oh my god, this might be the first Dynamite book that I've actually looked at the art. Yeah.
We're just not going to say anything more
We're just
about
gonna move
that.
on to that. This week we want to thank Will, who's been helping us out here. He's going to pretty much cover the, I guess, big hits of the week, as he's far more knowledgeable, and he looks far more, you know, I guess.
He's more into the Christmas spirit than
He
we
is
are.
more to the Christmas spirit, much more. So we're going to send it off to Will.
Thank you and happy holidays, guys, and happy holidays to all of you from yours truly, Will, at comicsblend.com. And the big gift of the week is from Marvel, Origin 2. It's been 10 years since they did the unthinkable. They told Wolverine's origin, that he's James Howlett, that we know how old he is, his connection, his fixation on redheads, all that good stuff. He's got a brother named Dog. Anyway, so Kieran Gillen and Adam Kubert are going back. This is about 10 years later, and this is after Wolverine went into the wild, and he's about to come back out of the wild. It's absolutely just spectacular and beautiful, and what I'm really excited about is, so Kieran Gillen, he wrote Uncanny X-Men, but if you remember, he never really got to write Wolverine, so this is kind of his first take on writing Wolverine, and there's a certain, Sinister, I was going to try to be cool about it, but Mr. Sinister's involved, back when he was still a crazy geneticist, and he's obsessed with Wolverine, of course. So, beautiful, thank you, this is the gift of the holidays, for me anyway, from Marvel. The all-new Marvel Now is almost here, and Avengers kicked it off, and Avengers is going to kick it off again. Jonathan Hickman, probably my favorite writer of last year, because I loved Avengers and I loved Infinity. Now he's teaming up with Asad Ribic as everything relaunches. Rogue Planet #1, they survived Infinity, they survived Thanos and the Builders, so now it's time to have a party. But, you know, when it comes to having a party at Avengers Tower, I've kind of peeped in. Of course it's not going to go well. A whole new storyline. A rogue planet, is actually hurtling towards Earth. So they actually saved Earth, and now a planet's headed for it. And there's a surprise twist with, I know you've never heard this before, a visitor from the future. But if Hickman's going to write it, you know it's going to be awesome. So, Avengers 24 point now, Rogue Planet begins. I'm really excited about this. And our buddies at DC have a matchup for the ages, Forever Evil. It's not a fragrance to gift someone for the holidays. It is a pretty awesome mini-series that they're doing. Jeff Johns and David Finch. It's pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out, basically the Justice League are missing in action. The crime syndicate of America has taken over. The villains rule everything. And who's going to save us? Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor and his Injustice gang. Where's the justice? But the one real Justice League member who's around is Batman. And so now we're going to have Batman versus Lex Luthor in his big old battle suit. So really exciting. I think we're at the halfway point for this miniseries. And of course, you know, Nightwing, his role has been changed forever. He was beaten to a pulp and exposed. His real identity is exposed. So halfway point. I'm having a lot of fun with this miniseries with the bad guys rule. But 'tis the season. It's time for good things. So I'm going to wish you guys a very happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy everything to what you are. Have a great Happy New Year and season. I'm Will Harris from Comics Blend. And don't forget to check out my best picks of the year and most anticipated comics of 2014. Yes, it's that time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Will. You looked very cute in that hat. Very nice, thank you. He wanted us to edit out the hat, but as soon as that went on, it wasn't going anywhere.
You can't take that back.
No, definitely not. Follow up with the Forever Evilness that is coming out this week. We have Justice League, which Morgan has just informed me. And why don't you tell our viewers about what they're missing?
We were Casey had made a little comment about Cyborg. He was flipping through. He was like, "Oh, Cyborg 2.0. What's that?" And I just filled him in on what's been going on lately. You know, what with his cyborg parts rending themselves from his body, becoming the crime syndicate version of Cyborg. And it looks like in the future, based off DC solicitations, they might actually be putting one of the Metal Men onto Cyborg's body. Because you can't have him running around as just a torso with half a face. I mean, he doesn't do anything on the Justice League anyway. He's going to be even more useless.
We were just talking about this too. It's like, so you get rid of Martian Manhunter, and you put on Cyborg. Are we noticing a theme here? This is weird. I'm not going to come out and say it, but it's weird, alright? And what else? And then also, we've got
The Deceivers, issue 1.
from Boom. Boom has been really capitalizing and cornering the market on, we want to make a lot of money from our comics, so we're going to make them close enough to a movie, and like just screenplay them almost. But after the success of 3 Guns, can you really blame them? Or 2 Guns? How many guns there are? There's only 2, right?
There were 2, and then there was 3 guns.
And then there was 3, then there were
probably
4 guns.
If they get up to 6 guns, they might have, you know, some rights issues.
Yeah, you might have to fight with the 6th gun and the 6th gun gorilla.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mess with a giant gorilla with a gun. That's for sure. Anna, unfortunately, cannot join us this week. She's with her family, so... Oh, well. But yeah, we wanted to say thank you for this year, and just a quick poo-poo on you people. You turn in the ballots. I chided you, I yelled at you last week, there were no ballots. It's okay. We're still going to do the show. It's still going to be awesome. But, you know, I'm a little hurt inside.
Only Casey, though. I'm fine with it.
No, he doesn't care.
I know you did your best.
But yeah, from our Xanadu family here, we'd like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. We want to bring everybody in here. I'm sure you're tired of staring at just our faces.
There are more than just us 2 here.
Look, Sam's real. Perry, he pays our paychecks. Howard, who, comic relief, I guess.
The Infernal Machine!
Right. And, I don't know how this girl got in here. We don't really know her. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you
Thanks,
from
everybody.
Xanadu Comics. See you guys.